Hey everybody, this is Uncle P from Super Easy Forex. It's going into the Father's Day weekend, so I just want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day first of all, but I want to show you guys something on the charts, and then also I'll take a quick glance at and see if they have next week's news available for us. They may have it for next week. I'll check and see what they have. They do. So I'll do this right now because on Sunday it's Father's Day and I'm not going to be bothered because I'm going to be celebrating and enjoying my time away. But I want to first let you guys know that there wasn't a whole lot of movement this week, and unfortunately, I really wish it was because everybody got their new system. We want to put it out there, test it out. We did get a lot of testimonies from people who did make a lot of money this week using the system. They did generate some pips, but it wasn't the big moves in the market that I was hoping to get for even my own personal trading account. So, this is part of the nature of the business. You can't force the market to move. It will move when it feels like moving. It will sit when it feels like sitting. It's kind of like an animal, like a horse or something. Hey, if they don't feel like running, they won't run no matter what you do. They're just not in the mood, and that's okay. Okay, so no tugging at the ropes, trying to make it do what it won't do. Sometimes it's just sitting on the sidelines waiting for events to pass by, and then it resumes its normal price action movement. So let me kind of show you my charts. There was only two trades mainly that I focused on my personal account because I did take some other trades on gold and a couple others. They made some small pips, but I closed them out earlier because wasn't no need of constantly holding on to them. It did make some pips, but it just didn't make sense to keep holding on, just like a bad relationship. I just let it go. So here's one where you can clearly see, and let me bring the screen over so you can see what pair it is. I like this, watermark. It shows, what happened. So anyway, kind of got in this one late. As you can see, it's a clear Stairmaster. Wish I would have got in earlier on it, which I did on prior positions, got out of them, but the bottom line is I got back in for a few more pips on this one, and as you can see, it was just literally a retested, drop, retested, drop, retested, and that's where I'm just got in just for the ride. Here it is on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that the 4 hours clearly saying, hey, it's still down momentum. So I held this one. And I didn't send this out in the signals group because a lot of times people don't want to hold trades over the weekend like I do. So, it is what it is. So I held on to mine, and we'll see how it plays out on next week. No big deal. And then here's another one, Swiss JPY. And as you can see, only 40 pips, two positions, not much, because the market was not moving and you can't force it to move. And again, here's another, SpongeBob SquareHead. Slide to the top, drop, slide, drop, slide, drop, slide, drop, slide, drop. And here it is in this area. So I was just catching a few pips. Honestly, it really wasn't that big of a deal to me. It was just something to play around with. It was more than really seriously trading by because the market wasn't moving. So nothing to take serious. As you can see, though, here on the 4-hour time frame, this is why I'm holding on to it. Because as you can see here, when it came up, it shot up pretty well. When it goes down, hopefully it'll go down tremendously well. And if not, no big deal. I'm really not worried about it. I want the market to move more. That was 284 pips that way. So again, two positions. That's really only 20 pips each. So again, I'm doing this video because I really want you to know that if you tried the system out and you didn't make a lot of pips this week, it was not your fault, wasn't the system's fault. It was that the market was literally just sitting at a standstill for quite a long time, and that's kind of boring, and I know it's boring. It happens, and, it is what it is, and you can't do anything about that. Let me find something to kind of show you an example of what I'm talking about. So, right here. So, as you can see, look at this. And this went on for several days where the market just literally went nowhere on certain pairs. It just sat there for days. So why hold on to certain pairs? So I just let them go and said, hey, we took what we could get out of the market. We had gobbled up a few pips. But again, if you did not do a lot this week, don't worry about it. It was nothing wrong with your analysis, nothing wrong with the indicators, nothing wrong with the system. It was just simply the market did not want to move, and it's sitting on standby, and there you go. But I will say normally after these long standby periods, when the beast is unleashed, the market gets to moving really well and you can catch some really good pips. All right. Last but not least, let me kind of go over this with you real quick. News events for the week. On Monday, I don't see much. Tuesday, they have some market PMI news, stuff like that. That's normal. And that's for the GBP and the Euro. So just be careful around those times. It could do a miniature spike. And now on Tuesday, you do have the interest rates for the NZD. So be aware of that. You have inflation reports and stuff like that. Nothing big. On Thursday, I don't see much of nothing. You do have durable goods and services for the USD on Thursday. So got to be mindful of that. Tokyo Fresh Food is also on Thursday, which is a big deal for them. So be aware of that. And on Friday, I don't see anything. So that's pretty much it. All right, you guys, out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye. Well, at least I'm trying to end this video.